Yo, what's up? I'm outside and I do have a plan. It's in a plan, but I just want to do a video and it's kind of a vlog. So ni kutembea tu. I want to see kama nitaona anything interesting. Well and good, I'll show you. Huh? So I'm here with my friend Philo47. Ako YouTube by the way, ako na around ako almost 100 subscribers. So you can pick up pale and support. Alafu behind me is my brother. Yeah. So we outside. And the good thing is that leo niko na gadget fulani hapa, so I'm trying to niko testing na testing gadget nione ikoje, but for real iko amazing. Mm.
It started as one of those ordinary days where I didn't really have a big plan. I had my tripod with me and I thought, why not take some time to test it out and see what kind of shots I could get? What I expected to be a simple equipment test ended up turning into a small adventure around the neighborhood. Yeah, as I walked around, I started noticing things that I usually don't pay much attention to. Sometimes, when you're moving too fast, you miss the details. But when you're carrying a camera and setting up a tripod, you naturally slow down and begin to observe the world differently. The neighborhood I was exploring has a different atmosphere compared to many places. The streets are wide, the surroundings are clean, and there are some really impressive houses. You can tell that a lot of thought and investment went into building this area. Some of the homes look almost like something you'll see in magazine with large gates, beautiful landscaping and architecture that immediately catches your attention. As I continued walking, I kept stopping to adjust the tripod and test different angles. Every corner seemed to offer a new perspective. One thing I enjoyed about filming is that it encourages me to look at familiar places with fresh eyes. A street that might seem ordinary suddenly becomes interesting when you're trying to frame a perfect shot. The neighborhood was surprisingly calm. There wasn't a lot of noise or traffic. It had that peaceful feeling that many people look for when choosing a place to live. You could see people going about their day, some taking walks, others driving by, and everything seemed to move at relaxed pace. While testing a tripod, I spent time experimenting with different heights and position. Some shots looked better from ground level, while others worked better from higher angle. It's interesting how changing the camera position by just a few inches can completely change the feeling of the scene. As the afternoon went on, the lighting began to change. The sunlight became softer and the neighborhood started to look even more beautiful. The shadows stretched across the roads and the buildings seemed to take on a different character. That's one of the things I love about being outdoors with the camera. You get to witness small changes that happen naturally throughout the day. At one point, I found myself simply standing there and taking everything in. No filming, no adjusting, no planning, just observing. It's funny how simple triple taste can become an opportunity to slow down and appreciate your surroundings. We spend so much time rushing from one task to another that we rarely stop to notice what's happening around us. The experience also made me think about growth and progress, just like learning to use tripod takes patience and practice. Many things in life require time before you become comfortable with them. Nobody starts as an expert. Every skill begins with small steps, mistakes, experiments, and lessons learned along the way. By the end of the day, I tested the tripod, captured few interesting shots, and gained a new appreciation for the neighborhood around me. What started as a simple equipment check became a chance to explore, observe, and reflect. And honestly, that's what made my day memorable. Not because anything extraordinary happened, but because sometimes the most interesting experiences come from the simplest activities. A walk through a quiet neighborhood, a camera on tripod, and a little curiosity can turn an ordinary day into a story worth telling. Yeah, so that's how yesterday went. A casual triple test, a walk through a beautiful neighborhood, and a reminder that there is always something interesting to discover when you take the time to look a little closer.
Mm.
Utanichukua mimi nikitokea huko juu. Jamaa tena ataanza kaenda ndiye akikuja. Sawa. Utakuwa umeshakaa sio kupoa.
Ngoja usirekodi kwanza. Ni tunakupanga. Sasa like mimi nitakuja mbio, utanichukua nikikuja hivi na kamera. Ukiona nimekuja hivi, sio umesema hivi posta. Si mimi nitakimbia hivi nikuje hivi. Nikishapita hivi unakaa. Unaona? Sasa utakuja kama niko ile kona unashika filo yake kama. Unaona? Sasa kwa sasa unaona
kama ndio ni atafika apige ngombe urudi na yeye. Sawa.
tena vile.
Sasa utachukua sana. Akifika sawa kuna.
Sasa mimi nikienda hivi nipatane na filo.
Sasa jamaa tena sasa yeye nyingine
Nikienda nipatane na filo.
Atakaa hivi chini. Sasa naona amepumzika. Ndio kumbe ananiona juu yake tena. Sababu nimekaa juu. Hata kama itakuwa kwa nini?
Hebu turekodi hiyo. Hii video yangu imefika ngapi? Mimi na plan 5 minutes nitapost.